Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Travel and Cook with Shweta. My name is Shweta, and welcome to my channel. This video is very special to me. It is my most favorite topic to talk about. That is what it takes to be a cabin crew. So, in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about it. And this video is dedicated to all the aspiring cabin crew out there who aim to fly high in the skies. I am here to help you out. So, stay tuned. Go grab a drink, grab tea or coffee or whatever would you like to drink. Go grab a drink and stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so the reason I chose to do this video is because I myself have been in aviation from last 11 years. So from my experience, I'm gonna tell you all about what it takes to be a cabin crew and what it takes to crack that interview at once. All right, so I have like five major bullet points to talk about. I have few questions that I'm going to give it to you that you can expect during your interview, and also towards the end I'm going to tell you I'm going to answer your questions that you guys have asked me through social media. So let's start with gathering information on internet. So let's go back in time. When I gave my interview 11 years ago, we didn't have social media, we didn't have a lot of information over the internet. We did have internet, but it was not easily accessible. Like you pick up your phone and you just have everything over the phone. So gathering information was difficult at that point of time, and I have to admit that this technology what we have right now is amazing. Through this virtual connection, I am talking to you, I am gonna give you that boost. So why is it important for you to gather information? Because when you go for the interview, they will ask you what do you know about the company, and you cannot be blank because you need the information. When did the kind of company establish? How many employees do they have? Which destinations do they fly to? A little bit an overview of the company is needed, and it is required out of you when you go for the interview. This is the basic standard question that they're gonna ask you. Why this company? Okay. Second thing is, as you know, during this crisis that we are going through, during the coronavirus times, things are not normal. Things are not it's not pretty, it's ugly out there. Companies are not hiring at this point of time, but I want to tell you, do not lose hope, because you can use this time to develop your skills, to develop what it takes to be a cabin crew. So let's say if you have given an interview, okay, and if you did not crack it, go back in time and reflect on yourself. What did you do at that point of time, and what would you have done differently? Ask yourself this question and you will know the answer. Once you have the answer for that, work on it. It could be public speaking, it could be communication skills, it could be your body language, it can be anything, right? So I want you to reflect on yourself and to know what is your development point and work towards it, because it is very important for us to realize what mistakes that I have done during that time and why I didn't click interviews. I will be honest with you, I have given a lot of interviews. I have failed. I've failed terribly. I have failed terribly, and but I always reflected on myself. What could I have done differently at that point of time to get the job? So it is very important for you to reflect on yourself and to know what exactly was your mistake back then, because the company is not going to tell you you made a mistake here or you did this wrong. Company is not going to tell you. They will be like, either you're in or you're out of the interview round. That's it. But it's for you to know what mistakes that you have done. It could be your language, it could be your communication skills, it can be anything. Your grooming plays an important role as well. Now let's come to presentation. So presentation in general, I have three bullet points in there. One is, sorry guys, I am looking at my book because I have jotted down all the bullet points out for you so that I don't miss out on anything. This is a long informative video, so that's why I had to do it. So let's talk about body language. What do you mean by body language? Your body language, I'll be like, hi, my name is Shweta. You think my body language is open? You think I am interested in talking to you? No, my body language is open. I have open hand gestures and I am talking to you, so I can grab your attention. Eye contact is very important. Imagine if I look there, hi, my name is Shweta and welcome to my Travel and Cook with Shweta. You think my viewers are gonna enjoy my video? Of course not. So eye contact is very, very important, guys. It can be intimidating sometimes because you are nervous. It can be intimidating, and I completely understand. I have been through that myself. But have an eye contact. If you cannot, I seen one video on YouTube, and it says if you cannot make an eye contact with the person, and if you're nervous, like you cannot make an eye contact, look at the tip of his nose. Look at the nose and talk, and the person will feel you are looking into the eyes. And try that, guys. Okay, so let's come to the second point, which is smiling. If I am, hi, my name is Shweta, and hi, my name is Shweta. There is a difference, right? I am warm, I'm welcoming, I want to talk to you, I want to have an effective communication with you. Hence, smiling plays an important role. You have to keep on smiling because the interviewer is gonna notice every single detail from the beginning of the interview till the end. They're gonna observe you, and once again, I'm telling you, this is gonna be intimidating, but they are only testing you. So just be yourself, just give out your 100%, the best that you can during the interview. Third is your grooming. Guys, I cannot emphasize on grooming enough because this is your presentation. This is how you have to look your best on that day. You have to give your 100% that day, and grooming plays an important part. When you are shabbily dressed, how do you feel? You don't have that confidence to talk to people. But when you are dressed nicely, when you have a good makeup, good hair and everything, how do you think that my confidence is going to be? My confidence is going to be here, correct? So grooming plays an important role. Grooming means not going overboard with your makeup. Girls out there, I've seen a lot of people, they don't know how to dress. They dress something, they dress up with suit and skirts and whatever. They are wearing backpacks. They are wearing sneakers. Like, you are coming for a multinational company. You're giving an interview to a multinational company. How do you think you should be dressed? Ask yourself this, guys. And if you do not have a proper information how to dress up, what kind of clothes to wear, how you can be presentable, there are a lot of videos out there, guys. There is a lot of information on electronic media. Go and check it out on social media, especially. There is tons of video that can help you out to groom yourself. That plays an important role. When it comes to nail polish, girls, have a well manicured hands because they are going to look at you from top to bottom. Alright, so when you tie your hair, make sure your hair is neatly tucked up in a bun or in a pony or whatever you want. French twist, there are 10,000 different styles that you can do. Pick one that suits your face and go for it. Have a nice subtle makeup. With makeup, I see a lot of girls going overboard. They wear silver, blue, I don't know what not. But no, this is not what they need. So when you groom yourself, when you do your makeup, think about it. Use subtle colors. I am saying use subtle colors when it comes to makeup. Do not use silver, blue, I don't know. I don't even know the colors, man. It's like blue, yellow, pink. Don't use all these colors. Have a subtle makeup, and they need to see your beauty because at the end, you need to give that first impression to them. Okay, so I spoke about gather information on internet. I spoke about presentation. I spoke about your development point, and the fourth one is do not join any institutes. I know, guys, there is a lot of scams out there. There is a lot of institute out there who's claiming and who's guaranteeing you like you are gonna get this job. Come join us, we will groom you, we will do whatever it takes, and you will have this job. Big no, no. Please do not fall for it. This is only money making business. Trust yourself, work on yourself, and go and give interviews directly. Because when you can go and give interviews directly, why do you need an institute? And I don't really understand the concept of having an institute. You go there to get a cabin crew job, and they teach you how to do a service. I honestly, I fail to understand. I have seen certain photos, I've seen certain videos with trays in hands, and they are trying to serve the other customers, but I don't really understand what are they trying to do there. This is a money making scam. So don't fall for it. Do not go to any institute, because those institutes are useless. Let me be honest to you. Maybe you can get a ground staff opportunity. You will be placed in a hotel via that institute, but cabin crew, I'm sorry guys, but don't, in my honest opinion, don't go for it. So now I'm gonna tell you, so the four pointers I have already mentioned, the important points. The fifth one is the questions they ask. So I'm gonna give you guys few questions that they normally ask for cabin crew interviews. These are basic questions. It's not related to my company or somebody else's company or some other companies. These are basic questions that you need to prepare yourself on, because these questions they do ask, no matter no matter which company is it, but they do ask these questions. So the question number one is, when have you gone above and beyond, and what was required? So this is they are talking about your previous job role. So what have you done in your previous job role, and when have you gone above and beyond, when you have what have you done to do something that was out of the box. Okay, second is, how would you deal with a difficult passenger? Okay, so it's a difficult passenger if you are an ex cabin crew, or a difficult customer, let's say if you're in a customer service, or how would you deal with a difficult person? So what they want to know is, how well are you prepared to deal with situations, what are you going to do with the situation, and the outcome of the situation always have to be positive. It has to be positive, because that is what they are looking out for. Then why this company? Let's say you're going for Qatar Airways. Why Qatar Airways? So this is when your gathering of information comes in place. You have already studied about the company, and you are going to present yourself. You need to sell yourself, guys, because this is your day. You have to shine out, you have to stand out from the rest. So you have to prepare yourself. I am here to give you bullet points. I'm here to help you guys out if you have any difficulties, if you have any doubts. But you have to work in order to get these questions, because I can only give you a guideline. I can give you a guideline to follow this. So so these three questions, why this company. Then the fourth one is, tell me more about yourself. So when it comes to more about yourself, they don't want to know about the family. They want to know about your personal experience, where you come from, what is your name, what is your previous experience, and how long have you been in that role, and how do you like it. You can add up to that. Then the last question I have for you is, why do you want to become a cabin crew? This is a typical standard question, and they will ask you this. So as I said, you have to sell yourself, your strengths, your attribute you possess. You have to sell all of this, and what is your USP you have to bring in on that particular day in front of the interviewer, and you have to discuss it with him. So I hope these pointers that I have prepared for you have helped you. So I really hope that the bullet points that I have discussed with you have helped you, have given you a little bit of guidance as in what needs to be done. So now I'm gonna go back to my phone because I have a lot of questions from you guys which I am gonna answer today. So let's go on my phone. I have it on WhatsApp, and let's go to question number 1, and it says, I want to be a flight attendant in 2021. What can I do? So 2021 is next year, right? 6 months more to go. So you can use this 6 months of your time, of your valuable time, to improve your skills. You know your development points, you know where you lack. If you have anything that you can improve yourself on, use this time wisely, improve yourself. So, and you know your plus and minuses, correct? So why not make your minuses your pluses, you know? So work on yourself, be confident, and own yourself, man. Like, you know where you lack, you know your development points. Work on yourself, and within this 6 months, 6 months is a long time. Develop a skill, develop a learn a language, do whatever it takes, you know, because certain airline, they ask you for a different language. So learn a language, why not? 6 months is a long time to learn a language. So do something about it, work on yourself, and you are then ready for giving out interviews. So this was the question number 1. And actually, when I looked at this question, I decided to make a video because I really want to reach you guys through this virtual world and tell you guys that I'm here to guide you. I'm here to answer your questions. If you have any doubt, to be honest, I'm really enjoying making this video because this is my expertise. I've been in the aviation, as I said, 11 years. So from my experience, I'm going to tell you what it takes. Okay. So that was question number 1, which I already answered. So let's go to question number 2. And that was, if I do a short IATA course, it will help me to get selected as cabin crew, or only bachelor degrees matters? So every company is different. Every company has a different qualifications that they need. But a standard qualification for a cabin crew is 12th pass. So if you have a degree, if you have a bachelor's, that is a plus. You do not need to do an IATA course. IATA course is not mandatory in any company, for that matter of fact, to apply for a job of cabin crew. So IATA is applicable to ground staff. When it comes to ticketing, to sales, IATA is a must. But when it comes to cabin crew, IATA is not mandatory. If you want to do it, go for it, do it, no problem. But if you're aiming at cabin crew, it's not required. Okay, so this one was answered. And then Tahir asked me, my questions are, what is the purpose of resume handing over by self? And second, they took online interview in the beginning. So guide us about that beginning online interview. So basically, he's talking about Emirates. He gave an interview, he handed his CV, and then he was called for an online interview. The reason why Emirates airline, they do an online interview is because they don't want the third party involvement. They don't want, because certain airlines, they come to your city and they are affiliated with different institutes, so that they do their pre-screening and then Emirates come into the picture. But now what has happened is they want to get rid of that third party. They are doing all by themselves. So let's say Emirates is based in Dubai, and from Dubai the recruiter has to go to a certain destination to do the interview. But before that, the pre-screening has to be done because the list is quite long. They cannot take interviews for so many candidates out there. So only the capable ones will be called for an online interview, pre-screening after your online interview, and then Emirates will come to your city and take your interviews. So that was one question what Tahir asked me. The second one he asked me was, so people who don't have customer service experience, what should they do? It's not mandatory, guys. Customer service experience, it is not mandatory. I am emphasizing this again and again because we have colleagues who are engineers, we have colleagues who are doctors, we have colleagues who are nurses. Are they in customer service? No. But that's what I'm trying to say. When they ask you a question, how do you deal with a difficult customer? So if you haven't dealt with a customer, think about a difficult person. How did you deal with him during your job in that particular company? So this is what they are actually looking out for. So customer service experience is a plus, but if you don't have it, no problem. They do take different qualifications, and especially when it comes to engineers, nurses, doctors, we have them all. So customer service experience is not needed. It's not mandatory, but it's a plus. He says, okay, so need to look good on first day or need to be in three-piece suit, same like cabin crew. So they don't expect you to dress up like cabin crew. They don't expect you to dress up in their uniform. But whatever you have, let's say you have a blazer, you have a shirt, you have a nice tie, you have a trouser, nice shoes, socks, and that's it. You don't have to be in three-piece suit, you don't have to look like a cabin crew, but obviously you have to be in a business attire because you are going for a multinational company for an interview. You have to dress up accordingly. So business attire is what they're looking out for. And for girls, please, I cannot emphasize on this again and again, you need to dress up well. You need to know what blouse to wear, what skirt to wear, what shoes you need to wear, how to do your makeup. So my tip for you is get ready, get dressed a day before, a couple of days before, or whenever you're preparing basically for the interview. Stand in front of the mirror and give your interview. Talk to yourself, guys. Talk to yourself, because only then you would know, are you fumbling? Are you confident? Because in front of the mirror, it's only you and the mirror. So you just talk, correct? So from there, you can see, and then you can see how presentable are you looking, how are you talking, how's your hand gestures, how's your body language, every single thing. So practice, guys, practice in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. I know it is stupid, but I do it myself as well, because when I go for promotions and when I go for a higher job opportunity, I do this trick and it works. It's on point because mirror won't lie to you. Okay, so let's go to the other one. Let's go to the other question. So Jasmine asked me, how can she get rid of dark spots? I am no dermatologist here. I don't know what is your condition, but yes, it can be a hindrance. It can interfere when it comes to your interview with an airline. So go visit a dermatologist and see what they have to say, because only they will be able to help you out. And she says, can I become a cabin crew between I am between 5'3" and 5'4"? So the answer to this is, I am 5'5" actually, and my sister is 5'4". We both are cabin crew, and it's no problem. 5'4", 5'5" is no problem, but 5'3", as per my opinion, is a little bit of a tricky one. So it says, I have a requirement of an airline. So it says, because every airline is different, arm reach. So arm reach of 212 centimeter while standing on tiptoes. So what does that mean is, when you're going out for your interview, so one round out of all the rounds is arm reach 212 centimeter while. So you have to basically you should be able to touch 212 centimeter with your tiptoes. You have to remove your shoes, stand on your tiptoes, and you have to reach that certain height. Okay, and it says minimum height 160 centimeter. um, as I said, qualification is high school graduate, which is grade 12th, and fluency in English written and spoken, obviously, and any additional language is a plus. I'm reading out a basic requirements of becoming a cabin crew. Okay, I'm not aiming at any airline. I'm just reading out a, no, a basic requirements of any company that would need for you to follow. So free fluency in English written and spoken, and it says no visible um, tattoos while in uniform. Yes, that no visible tattoos. If you're going for other airlines, like especially in India where I come from, they also don't accept any kind of birthmarks, visible birthmarks. I do have a birthmark here, and what has happened was I went for an interview in one of the leading airline, and I cleared the interview, but they asked me to do a laser and come back again after I removed my birthmark, which I was not okay with, so I refused the offer. So again, if you have any visible tattoos, that's a no. No marks. I know in India some airline, they also take you out in the sun to see how your complexion is, how you look in the sun, and without makeup and all that. But I am not too sure of how it is right now in India. Also, I wanted to tell you one more thing which I have forgotten. It just crossed my mind, but I've forgotten. Okay, so this is done. Yes, coming back to you, Tahir. Tahir, you asked me, you need to look good on first day or need to be in three-piece suit. Yes, you need to look good. You don't have to dress up like a cabin crew. A business attire is fine, but you need to be clean shaved. You have to have a decent hair. You cannot go with a long hair, short trimmed hair, and you need to look presentable. And I'm sure you will make it. I'm sure, because in the end it's the skill and the will that matters. So if you have the skill, if you have the will, and if you aim for a cabin crew, and if you aim for that job, and that if that is something that you want, my words, you will get it. So that is done. And there was one more question from Hoda Nasser. She says, I want to be a flight attendant. What can I do? And is it possible with hijab? So I think it's Iran Air, and it's couple of other Middle Eastern airline which allows you to have a hijab. But if you're aiming for international airline, I am sorry, they will not allow you to have hijab, with all due respect. Okay. And there was one more question from Chikol. Okay, so Chikol is a Zambian girl, and she says, I'm a Zambian girl doing my grade 12th. So I want to study IATA next year, cabin crew. I hear it's 6 months to study the course. So after I'm done, how long will I be home job hunting? So thank you for the question, Chikol, but I want to tell you IATA is not mandatory. Guys, I cannot emphasize on this enough. IATA is not mandatory for cabin crew. I don't know from where you got this information. Maybe it's an airline that's asking you to do an IATA, but if an airline has that requirement, and if an airline hires you, they will make sure that you have that training. But for cabin crew, IATA is not required. But if you're interested in doing IATA, please by all means go ahead and do it. But when you're aiming at cabin crew, IATA is not needed. And if you're asking me how long will I be home job hunting, you know the crisis that we are in right now. You know what's going around the world, correct? So traveling is not the same, but I would say use this time wisely, work on yourself, and stay positive. I'm sure you guys will click it. And if you like this video, guys, please let me know so that I can make more videos on this specific topic. And Also, comment down below if I've answered all your questions. If you have any questions, any doubts, any queries for that matter of fact, comment down below and I'm happy to answer it for you guys. Giving you all the information that I wanted to do in this video, and I'm very happy and I'm pleased that you guys have reached out to me and given me your questions. If you have any more questions, please comment down below, and if you like this video, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that like button so that whenever I upload the video you get the notification. Take care guys, bye bye, see you.